Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Anggita Yunanti. Mohon izin untuk mempresentasikan hasil pekerjaan saya mengenai uji beton keras. Uji beton keras ini dibagi menjadi dua metode. Untuk yang pertama adalah metode destruktivitas, yang kedua adalah non-destruktivitas. Di mana di sini saya akan menjelaskan mengenai pengujian yang menggunakan non-destruktivitas. Pengertian dari pengujian non-destruktivitas adalah suatu teknik pengujian material di mana pengujiannya itu tanpa merusak benda yang diuji, sehingga material yang sedang digunakan masih aman untuk digunakan dan tidak mengalami kerusakan. Kemudian pengujian beton keras dengan menggunakan metode non-destruktivitas ini dibagi menjadi 9. Untuk yang pertama adalah surface hardness method, yang kedua adalah penetration test, yang ketiga adalah pull-up resistance test, kemudian yang keempat adalah pull-up resistance test, kemudian yang kelima adalah resonance frequency test, yang keenam adalah maturity test, yang ketujuh adalah ultrasonic pulse velocity test, yang ke-8 adalah impact echo test, dan yang terakhir adalah rebar detector and confirmator. Untuk yang pertama yaitu
non-destructive testing methods.
metode non-destruktif.
Non-destructive testing, NDT, is defined as the method of inspecting, testing, or evaluating materials, components or assemblies without destroying the serviceability of the part or system.
Jadi metode non-destruktivitas ini tanpa merusak bagian dari sampel yang diuji.
Non-destructive testing is considered as a powerful method for evaluating existing concrete structures in terms of their strength and durability, and also helps in assessing and controlling of quality of hardened concrete.
Jadi non-destruktivitas ini untuk menguji kekuatan dan durabilitas, di mana tujuannya adalah untuk mengontrol kualitas dari kekerasan beton.
Helps in investigating about the crack depth, micro cracks, and progressive deterioration. NET methods do not affect the future usefulness of a structure. These methods are used to measure properties of concrete such as hardness, resistance to penetration of projectiles, resonant frequency, and ability to allow ultrasonic pulse velocity to propagate through it. With the help of these data, the strength, durability, and other required properties of concrete are calculated. There is a wide range of NDT methods which are used by the civil and structural engineering industry. The most common methods of non-destructive testing of concrete are surface hardness methods, penetration resistance method, pull-out resistance methods, pull-off resistance method, resonant frequency test method, maturity test method, permeation test method, ultrasonic pulse velocity method.
Jadi yang disebutkan tadi merupakan non-destructive methods yang biasanya digunakan.
Impact echo method, corrosion of reinforcement method. Let us discuss one by one in the future videos. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best.
Kemudian untuk yang pertama yaitu menggunakan surface hardness method.
Surface hardness methods. Non-destructive surface hardness methods are non-invasive procedures that investigate strength characteristics of the concrete structure.
Jadi ini dilakukan untuk menguji kekuatan dari beton.
This is generally done in any of two methods such as indentation methods and rebound methods. The rebound method is frequently applied to investigate concrete strength characteristics of concrete.
Jadi dalam surface hardness methods ini dibagi menjadi dua, yaitu yang pertama adalah rebound methods, di mana rebound methods ini dilakukan untuk menguji kekuatan dari beton.
This test was developed in the year 1948 by Swiss engineer Ernst Schmidt, and thus it is commonly referred as the Schmidt rebound hammer.
Jadi rebound methods ini dikembangkan pada tahun 1948 oleh Swiss engineer Ernst Schmidt, di mana kemudian alat yang digunakan untuk melakukan pengujian
The Schmidt
dinamakan
rebound hammer.
dengan Schmidt rebound hammer.
The rebound hammer is a spring-controlled hammer that slides on a plunger within a tubular housing. The entire setup with their label is shown on the screen.
Jadi alat yang digunakan untuk melakukan pengujian surface hardness methods dengan rebound method itu terdiri dari beberapa komponen, yaitu locking button, housing, hammer mess, impact spring, plunger, ruler, sama hammer guide.
When the plunger is pressed against the surface of the concrete, the mass rebound from the plunger. It retracts against the force of the spring. The hammer impacts against the concrete and the spring control mass rebounds, taking the rider with it along the guide scale. The rider indicates the distance traveled by the mass, which is called the rebound number.
Jadi hasil dari kuat betonnya dapat dilihat pada alat.
The typical relationship between compressive strength and rebound number with hammer horizontal and vertical on a dry or wet surface of the concrete is shown on the screen. The value of rebound number is taken an average of 15 reading.
Jadi rebound number itu nilainya diperoleh dari total dari 15 pembacaan yang dilakukan, kemudian dibagi dengan 15.
The table shown on the screen shows the average rebound number and quality of concrete. There are many types of rebound hammer which varies considerably in performance, types of and needs calibration for use on different types of concrete. This test can be conducted horizontally, vertically or at an inclined angle. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
Untuk yang selanjutnya adalah penjelasan mengenai penetration test.
Penetration tests on concrete. Penetration resistance methods are aggressive NDT procedures that are used to determine the strength properties of concrete.
Untuk sama dengan tes surface hardness method, tes penetration test ini digunakan untuk mengetahui kekuatan dari beton.
This method is done by driving probes into concrete samples using a uniform force. The most commonly used penetration resistance method is the Windsor probe system. The system consists of a powder-actuated gun, which is used to drive hardened alloy steel probes into concrete structures and measuring unit.
Jadi pengujian penetration test ini dilakukan dengan alat pada gambar, yaitu ada powder actuated gun, kemudian ada steel probes dan measuring unit.
A probe of diameter 6.5 mm and length 8 cm is used for testing. The gun is placed on the required location and probe is forced onto the concrete sample. The depth of penetration of the probe provides the indication of the compressive strength of the concrete. The depth of penetration is generally correlated with the compressive strength of concrete. The main disadvantage of this method is it makes a hole and damages the structure, and the accuracy of the result is quite low compared to other testing methods. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
Kemudian yang selanjutnya adalah pull-out resistance test.
Pull-out resistance test for concrete. A pull-out test measures the force required to pull out the shaped rod whose enlarged end has been cast into that concrete from the concrete. The stronger the concrete, the more is the force required to pull out. Using established correlations, the force provides the concrete strength properties. The rod inserts are done by two methods, namely cast in and fixed in place. In the cast in method, the inserts are placed within the fresh concrete. In the fixed in place, the inserts are positioned into a drilled hole with hardened concrete. The instrument setup to pull the insert is shown on the screen. The instrument is placed over the inserts and force is applied to pull the inserts. The pull-out force is resisted by normal stresses and shear stresses acting on the insert surface.
Jadi pull-out resistance test ini dilakukan dengan meletakkan alat pengujian ke dalam beton, kemudian ditarik menggunakan alat.
The force is applied till the initial breakage in the surface is recorded. The force is noted on the gauge attached to the setup. Correlating the force with the graph shown on the screen, the compressive strength of concrete can be calculated. Thank you for watching.
Kemudian yang selanjutnya adalah pull-off resistance test.
Pull-off resistance method for concrete. The pull-off test is an in situ strength assessment test for concrete, which measures the tensile force required to pull a disc bonded to the concrete surface with an epoxy or polyester resin. The pull-off force provides an indication of the tensile and compressive strength of concrete. The most commonly used pull-off test is the 007 bond test or James Bond test. The test consists of a hand-operated lever, concrete core cutter, bond discs, an adjustable alignment plate, and force gauge. The disc is bonded to the concrete surface with a high-strength adhesive. With the help of the concrete core cutter, a cut is made around the disc to the certain depth.
Jadi untuk melakukan pull-off resistance test ini sebelumnya harus dilakukan pemotongan terhadap beton dengan menggunakan alat seperti James Bond test.
Next, the disc is attached to the hand-operated lever by a screw. After leveling the adjustable alignment plate, the tension force is applied by the lever till the disc comes off with concrete. The force required to pull off the disc is measured in the force gauge.
Kemudian untuk mengetahui hasil dari tesnya, dilakukan penarikan terhadap beton yang sudah dipotong sisi-sisinya dengan menggunakan alat James Bond test dan diperoleh hasil yang bisa dilihat pada gauge.
The tensile strength of the concrete is calculated by dividing the tensile force at the failure by the area of the disc.
Jadi hasil dari tensile strength of concrete-nya bisa diambil dari berapa hasil dari tensile force yang sudah diuji dibagi dengan area dari sampel yang diuji.
With the help of relationship equation of tensile strength and compressive strength of concrete, the compressive strength is calculated. We have a video related on this relationship, link available in description.
Kemudian untuk yang selanjutnya adalah resonant frequency test.
Resonant frequency test for concrete. Resonant frequency methods are generally conducted to determine material properties by measuring their natural frequency of vibration.
Jadi untuk mengetes resonant frequency test ini diperlukan alat seperti palu dan sensor, di mana palu ini berfungsi untuk menimbulkan vibrasi, di mana sensor akan menangkap vibrasi.
The common types of sensors used are displacement sensors, velocity sensors, and accelerometers.
Di mana sensor ini juga terdiri dari beberapa, yaitu displacement sensors, velocity sensors, dan accelerometers.
The vibration is caused on the specimens at the one end and received at the other end.
Pengujian dilakukan dengan memukulkan palu kepada spesimen, kemudian akan diperoleh hasil yang akan nampak pada sensor vibrator.
The value of vibration is noted from the display attached to the setup. Dynamic elastic modulus is calculated by the equation where n is frequency, L is length of the beam, and rho is the density of beam.
Jadi kemudian setelah mendapatkan hasil, dihitung dinamik elastik modulus, di mana ED ini sama dengan 4 dikali N kuadrat dikali L kuadrat dikali rho, di mana N ini adalah frekuensi, kemudian yang length adalah length of the beam, di mana length ini adalah panjang dari balok, kemudian rho adalah density of beam atau densitas dari balok.
The calculated dynamic modulus is compared with the graph shown on the screen and their compressive strength of the specimen is calculated. This technique also yields better results at the site for determining the relative strengths of concrete in different parts of the same structure. Thank you for watching.
Kemudian yang selanjutnya adalah maturity test.
Maturity test on concrete. The maturity method of NDT technique for determining strength gain of concrete is based on the change in temperature of concrete over the time.
Jadi maturity test ini berfungsi untuk menguji kekuatan yang diperoleh oleh beton berdasarkan pada perubahan suhu pada beton dari waktu ke waktu.
The maturity test is a combination of laboratory and field test.
Jadi maturity test ini adalah gabungan dari tes laboratorium dan tes pada lokasi pekerjaan.
The apparatus required for this test is a device is required to monitor and record the concrete temperature as a function of time and number of temperature sensors based on requirements.
Jadi peralatan yang dibutuhkan untuk melakukan pengujian maturity test ini adalah device dan sensor.
At first, prepare the 15 cylindrical concrete specimen of standard size.
Jadi untuk melakukan pengujian ini perlu disiapkan 15 spesimen berbentuk silinder.
The mixture proportions and constituents of the concrete should be like those of the concrete whose strength will be estimated using this method. Embed temperature sensors on any two specimens. Connect the maturity device to the sensors. The device measures the temperature at equal interval of time.
Jadi sebelum menguji, sensor dan device-nya harus disambungkan terlebih dahulu.
Simultaneously, perform the compressive test at ages of 1, 3, 7, 14, and 28 days.
Sebelum melakukan pengujian terlebih dahulu, spesimen dari silinder tersebut harus dilakukan pengujian uji tekan beton pada hari ke-1, ke-3, ke-7, ke-14, dan ke-28.
With the help of time and temperature recorded, the maturity index value is calculated. To know about this, refer the video link given in the description. Now, draw the graph considering maturity index in the x-axis and compressive strength in the y-axis. This graph is considered as a standard graph for this concrete. Now the test is continued in the field. In the same way, the temperature sensors are embedded in the required portion at site and maturity device is connected. The device records the temperature of the concrete at the regular time interval. The maturity index is calculated as we seen earlier. Correlating the value of maturity index with the standard graph we have formed earlier, we can determine the current strength of concrete. This method is not commonly followed as it consumes more time than the other methods. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. Kindly do like, share, comment your views and finally don't forget to subscribe our channel.
Sekian presentasi dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.